Welcome back. When I knew that Mackenzie was going to be out, much deserved vacation this week, and that we were going to have Bo Counts on today, I said, come make a cocktail. But if you got Bo on, you can't just make one cocktail. You got to have two. Yeah,
that's right. And I mean, now that we're done with our first ones,
yes.
I feel like we should keep it on the Caipirinha train.
Let's
you
go.
just got back from Brazil,
yeah.
So let's treat you to something that's a little more familiar, you know.
Yeah, to me, because
to you.
Yes.
But I thought we would shake it up, like a classic Caipirinha we just showed you. So we're going to change it, and we're going to do something a little more summer garden.
Okay.
We're going to do a strawberry basil balsamic. We're going to use the barrel-aged, the Amburana.
You said this one was your favorite of the three that you brought here today.
It's got a woodiness. It's a little sweeter. It's a little more complex because it's been aged for 2 years in Amburana wood casks.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, similar concept.
Right.
We're gonna put our fruit in the bottom,
okay.
like we did with the limes, but instead of limes, we're going to do strawberry.
Now you put in a lot of limes, and I see now you're also putting in a lot of strawberries.
So it's a lot of fruit we're going to muddle. We're just going to use all of it.
Why
right?
not? Yeah.
So, and instead of simple sugar cubes, I'm going to use a little bit of simple syrup, but just a splash, because sometimes strawberries from the garden aren't super sweet if they're not ripe.
True.
So you want to use a little bit of that, and we're going to add a couple of drops of balsamic vinegar, like 3 or 4 drops in each cocktail.
What does that do?
So it's going to bring in acidity because we're not using lime juice. So we need some sort of acidic component to make a nice balanced cocktail. And we'll throw a piece of basil in both. We'll just break it up. You can pick
so
it.
fragrant.
Oh, I know. It's going to be so good. You just break it up like that, and then you get your muddler like we were doing. You want to muddle those strawberries, that basil, and especially when you're muddling fresh herbs, you do not want to pulverize. Like I said earlier, you just want to like push.
What's the difference? Because I don't think I know enough. I would definitely pulverize.
So yeah, you don't want to turn it into mush.
Okay.
You're just kind of putting pressure on it, releasing those oils. The strawberries we kind of want to mush, but the basil we want to keep like whole.
Yeah.
All right. So now we add our cachaça. We're going to go 2 or more ounces, just like we did in our first drink. So there's 1 and 2. And then we're going to just top it with ice, just like we did before. And then we stir.
And while you're doing this, if folks are just now tuning in, maybe they didn't see the previous segment, talk to us about cachaça again and what that is made from.
It's similar to rum, but it's not rum. It's made from fresh pressed cane juice, and it's distilled immediately from that. And so it's going to take on a very fresh, kind of funky ester flavor.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit brighter. And, you know, down at my bar, Pinpoint, we always have cachaça. We always can make you a caipirinha. And you know, any good quality cocktail bar is gonna have these spirits, or you can find them at a premium spirit store. So here you go, Jason.
Okay.
Tell me what you think.
Yes, this is gonna be different than the other one. Cheers. Ooh, wow.
It's darker, it's richer, it's not quite as bright.
I don't know why I'm surprised by it. It's so different than the
so
other one that
different.
we had, the one with lime, the
Just
traditional.
a little bit of different fruit juice, a little bit of different sugar components. You know, you got your balsamic for just to cut through it and make
it just cuts through it just a little bit though. Like you can tell it's there, but it's still
don't be
a
afraid
sweet
of vinegar
drink.
in your drinks. Don't forget, you can salt your drinks, you can vinegar your drinks, just like you would your food, because it enhances flavor.
Is there any rhyme to the method of like how much of that acidity you want to add as compared to the sugar?
If you want to get really nerdy, yes, it's all about pH, you know, in terms of balance. It's all about a balance in your cocktail. Just like when you're cooking, like salt, fat, acid is important, but in cocktails, you want your acidity, you want your sugar, and you want your spirit, and you want them to all be in harmony. If you have a cocktail that has no sugar or no acid, it's going to taste like really thick or thin or too sweet or too cloying. You want to make them harmonious.
Yeah, go with it. And this certainly does. I think this might be better than the original that you made at the top of the show. This is great.
That's right.
Pay them a visit down there at Pinpoint on Block in Fayetteville if you're looking for a caipirinha or any other great drinks that you might want to experience on 4th of July weekend. Bo, as always, thanks for the cocktails.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Absolutely.